So the story of Chardonnay in the Willamette Valley has been interesting, and I think actually what carries through from the very first producers to the best producers now is intentionality. Where people were making Chardonnay intentionally with the goal of making a wine that does reflect the site that it's grown, they've always made excellent wines. For those who just made Chardonnay because they felt they had to make a Chardonnay, because the market demanded that they make a Chardonnay, I think the wines kind of transmitted that intention and a little bit of cynicism. And so I feel like once it was understood that there was no place for those wines, those vineyards got torn out. And that's a good thing. So what we've seen historically is, going back to the 1980s when Oregon started to get onto the national scene, Oregon Chardonnays being placed right up there or above, sort of like really famous California wines like Kistler and Mirasu. Oregon Chardonnays would rate above them consistently. And I think we're getting back to that realization, we've kind of gone away from that bigger is better, kind of 90s mentality, and people are focusing in more on Chardonnays that have minerality, and they have electricity and tension and age, the potential for ageability. And so people are coming back to Willamette Valley Chardonnay. And at the same time, there are a lot of Willamette Valley Chardonnay kind of rebels who were stepping up and putting a lot of effort into Chardonnay. I think it has to be said that Chardonnay is a very difficult grape to grow. I find it more difficult than Pinot Noir. I love our clone of Chardonnay, but it's a late ripening clone. It's probably one of the reasons why it gives us great flavor. But it often ripens after our Pinot Noir. And so in Oregon, where late in the harvest, rains can come, birds can come, mildew can come, you really have to work diligently with the canopy of the vines to make sure that the clusters have good exposure and that they don't have those problems. And so, and it has to be hand-picked if you're going to do it well, and it has to be aged in oak barrels if you're going to do it well. And so add in the extra work in the vineyard and the fact that all the work in the winery is every bit as intricate and involved as that with Pinot Noir, and you come up with something that takes real commitment to make Chardonnay.